ministers that you know. In other words, emphasize your differences, not your similarities. Focus on your core ministry. Focus. Let it be the most. Make the most of your assignment. Focus, 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 focus. Focus, focus. There is something more important. Number 5. Win the support of your spouse for this work. Win support of your spouse for this work. I can't emphasize this one. I can't emphasize it. The support of your spouse. Because you cannot fly with one wing as a bird. No bird can fly with one wing. You need second wing, your spouse. Carry her along. Make her your best friend. Compensate her for her various deniers of time, of affection, of attention. Win her support. Don't take major decisions, even minor one, without the consent and the buy-in of your spouse. That's for people. Say God has come to the ministry and they are facing it alone. You have to say, well, it's you that God called. He not called you. You know why? The man did not touch base with the wife. That's why the man is okay. It's your ministry, not my ministry. Win support of your spouse. If you go to my YouTube channel, Avatar TV, you'll see my latest video on 20 signs that show that your marriage is drifting. 20. It talks to both clergy and leadership. 20 signs that shows that your marriage is drifting. With support of your spouse. Number 6, strategy for remaining relevant, dynamic in ministry. Let your messages be impacting. Let your messages be impacting. Yeah. Be contemporary, be relevant. Let your messages be impacting, contemporary, and relevant. Too important. You see, 80% of people that join the church trace it to their Sunday service experience. Don't let Sunday service be put on autopilot. Don't let be a dress rehearsal. It should be your best. That is why, by the grace of God, I say with us of humility, I don't preach better elsewhere than I do in my church. I put in my best. In fact, some things I do in my church on Sunday will be what some churches will be what I will do for a church convention. That's the truth. Let it be impactful, relevant, and contemporary. Let people be able to take home what you say do on Monday from your sermons. Just preach everybody dry and fed up. Be heavenly focused but earthly relevant. That's what I'm talking about. Heavenly focused but earthly relevant. Contemporary. Touch base with people. What people are doing. What they are passing through. Let them know as you feel like them, like flesh. The word became flesh and live among the people. Next, you got to be relevant, dynamic in the ministry. Develop your leaders and workers on what you know and where you are going. Your leaders and workers. Let them know. You see, some people don't tell their leaders what they know. You don't tell their workers what they know. They say what we used to be more than a child. You don't give it to his hand. They carry that guy to the ministry. Teach them what you know. Let them know. You doing that by the grace of God. Show us the grace. Teach Teach them what you know about holiness. Teach them how you are coping with temptations. Teach them how you are coping with this financial hard time. How you surviving. Teach them how you handle arguments. Don't let them feel you are a ghost. Show them how you overcome temptations. And tell them where you are going. People are not well taught. That's why they misbehave. Your pulpit should be mass counseling center. Develop your leaders. Because leaders share burden. Develop your workers. They are the one who will carry the load with you. But if you don't show them what you know, if all you are giving them is give me bread and butter, you will reap it. Develop your people. Develop your people. Number 8, be spiritually smart and sensitive. Be spiritually smart and sensitive. There's need for quick response, sensitivity, spiritual vigilance. It takes spiritual smartness to maintain the flow of power and virtue for dynamic ministry. Know what they say per time in your calling and ministry and cash on it. Be smart, be sensitive. A time we were lying down in bed. When I woke up in the middle of the night, I just touched my wife. So I'm so personal and calling attention now. Let's pray for him. And tomorrow morning, we are going straight to the hospital to go and check the person. It does that he was sick. It does that she was sick. No, she didn't say so. But this one was not straight to me. I should go. And you know what? Anybody, that's what I was on GSM. We just left the house and went straight to the hospital. Lord, behold, I was already on admission. I opened the door. She said to me, I know you will come. I said, you know I will come. Did you tell me you are sick? I know you will come. How will I know? So yesterday was Sunday. We were together in the same we're together in the same service. Don't tell me anything was wrong with you. God, don't show me over the night. Yeah. God is always on the move. God is always on the move. God is always up to new things. If you are not sensitive, there's a time for projects. There's time to start. It's not your cash the time to start projects. Not your cash. No. For instance, when I resumed in this place, my second parish, straight away on the first day, the Lord put it to my heart. There will be 3-story building. That time the church I was taking over was a rented apartment. So there will be 3-story building. With the altar at the center. The building will hold 2,700 worshippers. And there will be control room, second floor. I said it on the very first day of my arrival in the second parish. Wow. People now wonder, what's the meaning of this? An architect came, said, I let you want to build. Where is the land? I said, well, I've not got the land yet. Oh, now we don't even have survey plan. I said, nothing. You are saying to 3-story building. I said, exactly, on 2 plots of land. Yes. And to 2,700 capacity. I said, Now you know what happened? 5 months after, God gave us the land. 2 plots. And along the line, the 5th year, we moved into 3-story building. That is ministry. You have to be sensitive, you have to be smart to catch it. To even know when your time is up in a particular program. For instance, when they were to build and there was no money, in fact, to even pay for the land, money was not available. People were asked to pledge. Then our land was going for 11 million naira. I was coming and pay on Tuesday. This is now Sunday. Church, we already see land, 2 plots. Everybody enjoy it. Let us raise money for it. I know what? We raise money. When I say raise money, we made pledges. By the time I counted the paper, the whole money raised was 72,000 naira in paper, not in cash. And the land to be bought was 11 million naira. And I'm to meet the landlord, the landowners on Tuesday. What do I do? God moved me to tell the people, you people, you have done your best. Don't worry. I can see you guys as financial powerhouses. You are great financial powerhouses. God will use these same new people to buy the land and to build the church. And don't ever think I will do any appeal fund. I will not. The same people that could not raise 100K now will buy the land and build it. Wow. When I finish making those statements, I say, God, what do I do now? I've talked to them. I've told them the video to build. Say, yes. So now begin to teach them, school them on how to make money, multiply money, and build wealth. How? Say how? Give them 1 hour teaching every Sunday before the main service. Do it for the next 6 years. Set goals of having 300 of your members that will be financially independent in 6 years. 500 will own their personal businesses. Wow. That's how I began our business service that hold for only 1 hour. The size of that first service was bigger than second service. We are recording close to 500 people in that 1 hour service, 490 times. I said for 6 years. It was within those 6 years that we not only bought the land, we laid the foundation and built a 3-story building in 6 years, in 5 to 6 years. I know in 6 years, the thing was so beautiful, we continued on the 7th year, and I had God say, stop! I told you 6 years. I've accomplished my purpose. Continue with shepherding. That's it. You must be smart to pick God's voice. You're sensitive. Too important. Too important. Not all that glitter is gold. Not all open doors is God's door. Be smart. Many celebrity pastors have gone into oblivion because they enter into the open door of international ministry. When they have not gotten their base, their step, their feet in their local domain. Listen, a lizard in Lagos State, lizard in Nigeria, can't get to UK and become a crocodile. Say it again. A lizard in Nigeria can't get to UK and become a crocodile. This is the meaning. Become all you can become where you are. Be your best where you are. If God now opens doors to other places, you are going there from where you are. Some are doing nothing about their capacity. They are doing nothing about their reach. They just want to go abroad. Promotion does not come from abroad. It comes from above. Become your best where you are. Smart, sensitive, and maintaining spiritual vigilance. Number 9, watch the company you keep. 1 Corinthians 15:3. Watch the company you keep. Proverbs 13:30. Watch this company. Acts 23. Watch the company you keep. Be conscious in your choice of friends in the ministry. I am friendly with everybody, but I will not consider everybody to be my friends in that sense. Oh, very friendly with everybody. I love everybody, but not the point that I say someone is my friend and I can confide in. No, otherwise you will not last. Because not everybody is going the same way, the same place you are going. And one of the most foolish decisions to take is to get to the airport, going on a flight, and you are keeping coming, you are chatting with someone who is not going on the same flight. You will miss your flight. So when I'm going somewhere, when I'm at the airport, someone want to be friend with me or talking, I first ask, where are you going? Where are you going? So that when they make the call for our flight, not only myself, we are in 2 of us, we are together. But it's going down south, you are going north. There's no way you can be together. Setting the ministry. You see, he that walk with wise shall be wise, but companion of fools shall be destroyed. Proverbs 13:20. And finally, number 10, the 10th strategy for remaining relevant, dynamic in the ministry. Make excellent plans for tomorrow. Make excellent plans for tomorrow. You know how it's first your spiritual development. What's your program for it? Your spiritual development. Yes. Your spiritual development. Plans for it. How often do you go on retreat? Yeah. Who do you read after? Which YouTube programs you subscribe to? Where do you take your nourishment? What are the altars God has set for you? Personal altars, family altars, altar with spouse, spiritual development. Do you have plan to read the Bible? To read through the Bible annually or quarterly? I have mine. Spiritual development. That is what make it to fly. Oh. Not the conference you organize, oh. Not the sermon you preach. It's what you plan for yourself. How often do you fast? I'm asking, what's your fasting schedule? You have it. You have fasting schedule. Next is your family life. Family life. How's your family life? It comes next after your personal spiritual life. Your family life. You see, people may accept a successful lawyer with a broken family. In fact, Forbes magazine of the world richest men, biggest billionaires in the world, celebrated. But 9 out of the 10 are divorced. 9 out of 10 of the world richest men in billions of dollars, 9 out of 10 are divorced. And yet they remain a celebrity, but that cannot be said of the ministry. That cannot be said of the ministry. If your marriage is not together, you cannot have audience of church people. I know what? They don't forgive easily when family life is not in order. So that's why you focus on that constituency very well. It's your major base. Family life. Your children, your spouse. Family life. You must together. Yes, no perfect family, but then you keep on working towards perfection every day. Family life. Unfortunately, pastors study for the ministry. They don't study the family. They don't study for family success. You don't read a single book on marriage. Several are marriage family illiterates. You keep yourself. That's only for success. You have like, then your ministry. What is your ministry? What is it meant to be? Where are you sent? Whom are you sent to? How do you want to end in your ministry? We have to end very strong and very long and very hard. How do you want to end your ministry? What's your program of renewal of your ministry? Where do you fit from? So important. What will you call your focus? Your core? Then money issues. Sort out money matters. When God called me to the ministry full time, 2001, October 10, I had him say, be on my payroll. Now go to ministry full time. Then I was a managing director. I had 8 graduates working for me. There are 5 centers of our business going on. When I had a call that said I should step down, go to the church and do what I'm doing for the secular world in the ministry. They called me 1994. He called now that I should utilize it 2010. I had him. And I said, but Lord, if I'm to go with that salary, as you have said, how will I sustain? I've been a mind director for 10 years. The Lord applied for me what I call my own streams of income. He showed me nine. He showed me nine in the ministry. If you read my book, Rich Pastor, Poor Pastor, you understand it? Rich Pastor, Poor Pastor. Yeah. What rich pastors do and teach, their poor pastors don't. It takes a rich pastor to pastor a rich church. Not financially now, not in terms of your bank account. By the time you read those books, you understand. Then your health. What are your plans for your health? Sir, do you take your spouse out on annual medical checkup? As I do. That I do. I've done some parts early this year. I'm doing another part very shortly after the year. Health checkup. Let your faith be high in living a healthy life. However, should your health break down, that is not the time to develop emergency faith. Seek medical help. Jesus said, he that is sick needs a physician. So if you are sick, you need a physician. Doctors are not our enemies. Don't go for nurse, you go for medical doctor. Go for real tests and show it to your doctor to advise you. Don't silence your body language. Your body is speaking. This guy is not enough. You silence it by faith. You silence it by confession. It's not wise. Take care of your health. Treat yourself medically. Meanwhile, develop your faith not to be sick again. To stay in health is better than to acquire healing. But if you need healing, be humble enough to call for prayer support. Don't wait till things have become out of hand, as it were, have gone out of hand. Seek for help, spiritually and physically and medically. Of course, your personal growth. I'm talking about your mental growth, intellectual growth, career growth, personal growth. Yes. Physical growth, physical health, exercise, personal growth. Then plan on making a difference. Plan on what? Making a difference. Plan on making a difference. To be able to make impacts, you need to be somebody that's going to make a difference. If you don't make a difference in life, you see, the level will become like a shadow. Make a difference. Find area of your own difference to make a difference. Where has God make you differently than all of that rest of us? Seek that area. Make a difference. We're on this journey together. Success is not a destination. Success is a journey. Success is more than numbers. Success is a journey. That is what we are on now. So I'm going to have a short break. There's some video time before we now resume in our second segment. Then I'm going to then by the time we resume, I'm going to come and take your questions and your reflection before we hit the final lecture, which will be very explosive. Thank you very much. Make your chats in the chat room. I want to show you this one. Thank you very much.
The pastor, teacher, trainer, church manager, and
How?
And then not like Nigerian money. You go as functioning manager. Oh my God. He became director CEO for this. I know currently there was when the church.
A lot of what my own audience said, they were asking me for
His big was
Reverend.
Reverend
Is either we use daddy's phone on that type of
So people asking for the link on the actual on the initial. They asking for the link on
the governor has been sorting them out.
but they're not joining the This was one.
The governor has been sorting them out.
I want to get as a crowd for food communication academy. At times, reason why don't focus on unclear communication. You know what you are doing. You are not what you are expecting to say. Communication skills. Communication speaking. Communication. Understand how those things. Reasoning for problems. Very sure. How much more? And it is communication. Let's communicate well. The lines. So important. Number four, develop skills. Teamwork. Setting. It is only teamwork. These things are critical. One, management. How do you resolve it? It always happens. There's this part of teamwork. I mean, active listening, collaboration skills. I can say, how do you is also interested in everything that possesses power.
He came late. After the speaking
I'm just layman's. One time you are doing a European championship. Or you have been led to the and the young people we are under 40. Other countries that time. We are still the leaders in our church. Don't overlook their passion for football.
Okay. I'm feeling this.
So what I do is when I'm
The audio is still wrong. If I stop the
yes.
not to reset, but the audio is still. Okay.
I said, if you are not that's not. You are not If you don't want to watch the football match, it's not worth it. Those who can do that in the morning, not of God. This negotiation, guys, let this go. That is the match. It's a pastor. It's between 4, it's between 5 and 6. Can we bring a big plate to the church? Because and not as life, there's no like there's generator. Start a big all your friends to come for the church. Yeah. Negotiation. You have to negotiate. Second of all, for that, if your fellow member your wife, it was I negotiate everything, everything, everything. I want to say, I want to say, that's my level. Say, I need to come to this that's my level. Negotiate everything. Next, adaptability, flexibility, adaptability, adaptability. In fact, 20. The one is the one split, and the bottle will be on man. But meanwhile, must be put into new bottles. Activity. One of the top reasons is the and the browser. Very vital. If you calmness, optimism, open-mindedness, self-confidence, self-motivation, personal back studies. And in fact, I was just looking at all of these young guys. When they come to their phone and their post, I said, yeah. So they will not stop using Bible. What's Bible? And people, should I complain that for Bible?
The video is less than 30 seconds.
What is it for?
1 minute. When I stop my screen share, 1 minute.
What is the promise? I don't mind them. Say that without money for food. I said, I'm promise. I have to. Okay. One serious
Congregation.
on the line. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Eh? But that's for that people. It can't be for you. You can't make it tomorrow.
I know the social media you are visible. It's not
You can show highlights at that point. You can.
Maybe I will share the banner now.
What if finish?
That I can what? Underline, I can mark. It was so hard to adapt. It was so hard to analyze situations.
Yes, we finish.
That's the end.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I can. What should I do now? I wait for you.
Yes, I've shared it. You can continue.
You are welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the short video on the soft skills for people management. Before we go to the last segment, which is going to help our life and ministry, it's about the program we're having on June 12th, Democracy Day, Breaking Growth Barriers, another masterclass. I have studied what makes for churches to break barriers of growth because I've been there myself. Started ministry with 8 people that were sent to go and pioneer together. In our time, there was no venue. We are not given any venue, not no money, no PA system. All we were given was prayer, and that was enough. It was enough. They prayed for us, not knowing where to go. My even fear was, how do I start preaching on Sunday? What would I say on Sunday? My pastor said, don't be afraid. If you know how to preach on Sunday, do mini service in your house and come to church on Sunday. That was good for me. We continued with our fellowship, in our house on Wednesday. Bible study, prayer meeting on evangelism on Saturday. That we are doing. And for you know it, 8 people grew to 24 in our house, divided into three house fellowship centers. And from there, I elected 3 center leaders. My wife was one of them, and 2 of our new people who were together with us in the first 1-2 months. The place to 35, it became 5 centers. No church yet, no venue, no address, no banner, 35 people. That's what we now sort out a venue. It was somebody's parlor. Anyway, somebody's parlor. We don't afford the rent here. Somebody's parlor in the nursery and primary school. That's how we began. There are things to do as a pastor if you must break growth barriers. Things to start doing, things to stop doing. I knew that time, by the grace of God, what to start doing, what to stop doing. 35, we go to the next level, 80 by October of that year. So between May and October, our church grew from 8 to 80. And following year, by the grace of God, we hit 120. At that point, we had to begin 2 services because our church venue could only accommodate 100 successfully. The law says, if your capacity occupies 80% of your people, in other words, if your place is 80% full, then if you don't do something about it, the church begins to stagnate. These are the sensitive spots that is not known by pastors. They get to their testimonies time and say, our church, there is no seat. People are standing up in our church and everybody clap. That's ignorance. Because when people are standing up in a service, you don't do anything about it, it will start plateau, it will still stagnate. In fact, it will still start coming down. Our church grew. We are on 2 services until we grew to 250. If you don't change your manner of approach to ministry at 250, you not see, in fact, you never see 300. And by the 4th year, we are already on 400 by God's grace. Still in rented apartment. On that one, we were there for 4 years because I don't know what else to do. More so, most churches around me, most of them are under 400. So I could rather remain local champion or learn what to do. I learned what to do. I attended seminar organized by Pastor Martha Shimolowo on how to grow, how to pastor larger churches. I learned. I bought books. I invested in tapes and CDs. I went on retreat to find out. By the time I came out, I was already pregnant with the next level. Our church grew to 620. By the time we are 500, we're already in our own building. Don't know why, no support from headquarter church, no appeal fund anywhere, but the church grew. By the time we are 400, we already have 48 centers, association centers. These are the things I'll be teaching you by the grace of God in those 4 hours. So I'm not be giving you theories. I'll show you what happened practically. I'll show you our errors, our mistakes. You don't have to make the same mistake. You don't have to make it. People learn of glory, they learn of success stories, but not the struggles. I'll show you why we struggle. So this one is like no other master class. It's not theory, not principles. I'll show you the practical applications, how we did it, how other people are doing it. When our church grew from 400 to 620, it was within 60 days. 4 years, no movement. But after knowing what to do, in 60 days, we jumped by 49%. So it was not difficult. After we reached 620, that I was now sent to go and start again in a church that people told me, if you ever reach 20 here, then God is with you. I mean, two ushers were found on ground, two ushers, a church that choir I met on ground was about 4.5. Why I say 4.5 years? I say, yeah, because the remaining half left within 2 weeks of my arrival. How do you survive such a place? No money, 5,000 in the account of the church, but that was not the bad because I was already pregnant with a 1,000-member church. I know what? 5 years after, we already crossed 1,000. So I decided I'm going to be teaching you on June 12th. The slots available is 100. So do your best. Some are already registering now. Everything's on the flyer. Learn it there and quickly so I can be engaging you on the class WhatsApp, which will be entering. Not the current one you are. This one take to another WhatsApp group after you have sent your proof of payment to the number shown on the flyer. That's a very vital meeting. I put it on June 12th, public holiday, and 2 o'clock, in case you have other morning programs, you could have settled that before 2 o'clock. So be 4 hours explosive, practical like never before. That's why it is called Masterclass. Thank you very much. So welcome. We'll now go straight now. Can I have your reactions, please? Your feedbacks. Can I have your feedback, please? Maybe you can show hands, comments, feedbacks. Can we show hands, please? Please show your hands. There's one section there that shows how you can show hands. So I can recognize you. I will now ask you to unmute. Show the camera.
Nobody's showing on it. Can you show me on it?
Please show hands for me to recognize you.
Not you, they can
Okay.
go to chat room. Wait, I will move to start.
Or you unmute yourself and ask question, or go to chat room and ask your question so I can address it before I go to the final segment of the lecture of the master class. I've seen your comments. Niyi Famoko, yes sir, very much. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for this impactful training. Thank you. But I want to hear your feedback, your questions. Thank you very much. Raising hand. Okay, Reverend Johnson, please unmute yourself. Somebody is saying, thank you so much, sir. This seminar is worth it. I didn't waste my time. I learned so many things. I personally learned that as a leader, I should learn how to allow people to fail so that they can learn. I also learned how to develop capacity. Thank you very much for that feedback. from Ozioma. Reverend Johnson, please unmute yourself. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Reverend. Thank you, sir.
And good afternoon, the class. Already for me, this is a master class already. With master strategies.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm looking at those 10 strategies for remaining dynamic in ministry.
Thank you, sir.
For me, eye-openers. The one you mentioned, we should maintain our vibrancy and intensity with God. And I think that's very vital because that's the starting and ending point. If your intimacy, you have good intimacy with God, which you advise that should be daily, should be consistent, should be dynamic. So this one will keep you focused and keep you loved. And you also mentioned building our ministerial capacity, which I think is very vital.
Recording stopped.
That
Recording in progress.
You cannot go beyond your capacity. What you dish out is what you have. So you can't be better than your knowledge. And then we must set goals for personal growth, upgrade our personal knowledge, visit and interest with other dynamic ministries. Yeah, it's not just be satisfied with what you hear or what you know. You should also broaden your knowledge. Hear others, you learn, and then you can pick your mistakes, and then by that you are improving. And you also say be ready to commit 3 to 5% of your income back to your personal development. Is very necessary. I think this is one of the areas ministers, as ministers, will be failing. We don't look at our personal development. Yet we talk about it to members. But we are saying, but thank God for program that I said that you are privileged to teach. We saw the 2022 where you minister. Thank God for such program. But beyond that, we need to also read books with broadening knowledge. Then you also discover and develop your own uniqueness. Yes, not in as much as you learn from others, you must also create your own your uniqueness. You don't want to be like others. You can borrow it from them, add to your own value, and create a niche for yourself. Not just you are just following and then you copy others, and with that you will not dig deep. I know Bible study those people we call it digging deep.
Yes.
We are just copying people, we don't dig deep. So then you need to do our SWOT analysis, very, very strategic. Build our strength, discover what we carry as a gift, and you said something about ability. I don't know when you talk about that. You say every human being has between 500 to 700 abilities.
Yes, sir.
And I'm wondering, I didn't count it at 10. So I think we need to do a masterclass on that special. But I will know that I can carry on like I was teaching recently, that's a place they demand on God's promises. And then I asked my member, how many of those promises? And I googled, I discovered that we have more than 80, am I making it? More than 80 promises or thinking about. And yet, we cannot even boast of 10, 20. And then if you don't know this promise, how do you even break a demand from God? So, I think I let
Thank you,
us
sir.
stop. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That shows really follow this lecture very, very well. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we have come to now. We'd like to proceed with the next diet, which is where we say success in ministry is more than numbers. Success in ministry is more than numbers. Father, this second segment again, breathe upon it, enlighten us, quicken us, help us, direct us, lead us. When we are done with God, we shall know that truly we have found today encounter with you. Thank you for hearing this. We've prayed in Jesus' name. Success is more than numbers. I'm reading from 1 Samuel chapter 16, 6 to 7. 1 Samuel 16, 6 to 7. And it came to pass, when they were come, that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looked on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Question I will ask now: who determines success in ministry? Who determines? The success of a minister is to be measured from his heart content, not his heartly context. Say it again. The success of a minister is to be measured from his heart content and not his earthly context. Ministers are not to take cues for their ministry rating from the opinions of men or their outside presentation, their status, their titles or accomplishments. The Lord, in the choice of who will lead his people, narrowed his chance, his criteria to the heart content. He said, for men looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. That's what James Allen said, a person cannot travel within and stand still without. Now, there are some misleading indices of successful minister. There are things where people said is success based upon the externals. For instance, some people see it as successful when a sanctuary is filled with 1,000 or more people on weekend service. They see it as success. No. So if it is raising $1 million a year for the church project, that's not indicate success. Any crafty, any brilliant carnal person can raise money. The raise money is regular. You could be planting, somebody can say, okay, if you plant 12 churches every year, and that you have done for the past 10 years, you are successful. Maybe not, maybe. Oh, we give millions to mission every year. Does that make us successful? Or I add buildings, acquire acres of land for our church new campus. Is that a success? Or I have a 500 member choir. 500 member strong choir. 500 strong. Is that success? Or because we broadcast our services on TVs nationwide. Is that success? Is that success? Or we have a growing membership of internet worshippers. They are able to the service online, real time. Or does it need to have a high name awareness in the nation globally? That make it a success. Or let's add 100 new members every year. These are all indices that in one estimation is success. But that is not so. They may pass the benchmark of a CEO in the corporate sector of business venture, but certainly will not serve as criteria in the annals of heaven. Judging by Jesus' criteria of the Pharisees in just days of his days. Some individuals see success as making it. That's why we have many ABC pastors. ABC. What's ABC? Attendance, building, cash. Attendance, building, cash as their major indice of having made it. I can't forget one particular time. I was always in ministry. I was leader in the church. When I met this friend of mine, okay, say a friend now, acquaintance he was having his church near our school then. We were having a tuition center. And the man met me and said, brother, oh, well done, sir. He said, I'll soon be finishing from Bible college. Malaysians. He said, and as soon as I finish, I'll look for one shop, one venue, and my millions will start rolling in. So he told me, I'll soon graduate from Bible college. I will get a venue, and my millions will start rolling in. I didn't answer him. I just kept, I don't even say a single word. I just turned aside from him. Since then, I've not met him. Maybe the millions are buried in. Jesus placed a stamp of approval on one minister in the Bible as his favorite. This minister never did a single miracle, never healed headache. This minister did not even have a large following. This minister was actually repelling people, not attracting them. Look at how Jesus Christ placed his stamp on in Matthew 11:11a. Matthew 11:11a. He said, very, very, I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there has not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Matthew 11:11, the part. Jesus was identified. So identify certain qualities and habits that was manifested in this minister. You must identify it. What he saw as being the hallmark of this minister. So, we saw some of these habits that qualify.
Which one's very important? No, continue.
Okay. Yes, want to look at what qualify a minister. Does ABC qualify? What's ABC as I've said? Attendance, building, cash. It's what some people see as their own index of success. When is a ministry saying successful? Looking at Jesus' own criteria. Number one, a ministry is successful when lives are transformed. When lives are transformed, such that people are constantly enabled to become Christ-like. That's a success ministry. It's a thing of joy. After you have left a place, left some people sometimes, you now meet again and you see progress. See them in places. I used to tell people, I said, how do you want to be remembered after you have left this world? I said, can you please visit people's wake keep service, France service? Hear what people say here. You hearly said the man that you are today mourning or celebrating has 25 houses. I've not had it. You hardly said this man was created today had acres of land. You hardly had that. But nobody comes here and say, I'm his banker, and he has with us $10 billion. You hardly hear that. What you hear is, he touched me. He cared for me. So lives are transformed. Is what is the first criteria. And that's what we should be looking for. Why not people, and I said, okay, why not plan how your funeral will look like by how you live daily? Why not plan how your send off will be in that church? Okay, by the way you treat people now. How people are transformed. People transform. Number two, successful ministry is what fosters significant and continual changes in how people live. And that one for discipleship. Successful ministry are those that are busy raising disciples, not just raising Christians, raising disciples. This one they care how people live. They seek to introduce significant changes on how they live. That's successful ministry. You have a crowd of unbroken people, and if you stay unbroken till the end of your tenure in that place, then you are a closer failure, even though you have crowd. One man assumed pastorate of a church, and within a short time, the church grew to 200. He persevered, they grew to 500. On the now reach 5,000 plus. I was okay now, let me settle down and bring and nurture them again for that growth. Along the line, he became exhausted. He was almost suffering a burnout. Now went on a retreat with the Lord. While on retreat, the Lord talked to him. Said, Lord, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? God said, it's true your church has grown to 5,000 plus. But I did not call you to raise a nursery, but soldiers. What you have so far is a nursery of babies. You have raised babies over these years. So go back and raise for me soldiers. Successful ministry is where people are implementing Christianity more and more deeply, both at church level, individual levels. There was one particular funny case of this woman. She was driving in his in her SUV on a freeway to church, and he got to light to traffic lights, and the oncoming vehicle did not look at the flight. I mean at the lights, so he broke the this oncoming vehicle broke the traffic light and mistakenly brushed the bumper of the vehicle, of the woman's vehicle. Two of them stopped. She came back, she came down. Not much impact on her car, but the fact that the man brushed her a little, she came down and began to rain curses and abuses, insults on this driver. The policemen on duty, they were attracted to that place. So they came there and they decided first to arrest that woman who had to be moved for suspicion of a stolen vehicle. What do you mean? Say, no, that vehicle must be stolen. Come from the sticker on the vehicle. It shows he belongs to a Christian. So you that is doing like this to somebody that cannot be a Christian, on Sunday morning, you can't be a Christian. So we suspect this vehicle was stolen. So please follow us to our station. That will say, I'm the woman leader of our church. That makes us more suspicious. How can the woman leader of a church be behaving the way you are being? We suspect you still that this vehicle madam was stolen. That's the case of policemen enforcing discipleship on a woman leader. Successful minister are people, is why people are implementing Christianity more and more deeply, both at church level and individual levels. So you don't have a place where people are stealing, snatching people's husband, cheating on their spouses, and that is whom you produce, and that is whom you are producing. That's not successful ministry. I will judge my ministry by these statistics rather than the figure, rather than the benchmark of the corporate world. A ministry is successful when the people are truly worshiping God on regular basis. It's an assembly of worshipers. Why worship God? He said that the Lord is spirit, and those that worship him shall worship him in truth and in spirit. That truly worshiping him. The people are constantly introducing non-Christians to Christ. You see, we should be concerned with what our church has become today. Is it just a donating center? Just a worship center? A play center? That cathedral you occupy is a witness to the world around you that I have done my best for you. It's a witness. But if we who are inside are not going outside to go and tell them that Christ has done all he do for you, come and accept him. And I say, where are you coming from? That's our church. But you're not saying it to anybody, and pastor is not doing so. I even wrote in my book, I just wrote a book, which was my 63rd volume, title, Making Disciples in 21st Century. Okay, and there I show you that, look, the purpose of having an assembly like this is for you to raise an army who will go out to witness for him. And I developed a case study there. I wrote that say, by their signboard we shall know them. By their signboard you know them. If all you have on your signboard is on Monday from 9 o'clock to 4 p.m., 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., come and discover the secret of your problem. Tuesday, 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, a time with the prophet. Wednesday, revival hour, 4 to 7. Thursday, my mountain should move. Friday, night of prophecy. Sunday of celebration of his majesty. That is all you have. No time of teaching, time of imparting, time of training. It's a church that will bring up nurseries, harvest of nursery babies. That cannot be successful. If so, they come there in number because you are offering convenient Christianity. Never a place that the cross is ever introduced. Not a place you teach others. I was in the conference 2015, November, when the man of God was ministering at our convention, and I had God said to me, set my people free to witness. I said, wow. I just touched my wife. God said she should be on the street too. So following Sunday, I saw my leaders, I shared with them, explained to them, and they bought the idea eventually. We have been on the streets since 2015. Every Sunday, we go out between our run two services every Sunday. We go out between our two services, except on 4th Sunday when we have the communion service and Thanksgiving. Otherwise, we are out every Sunday. We have 33 streets mapped out, 33 streets in our neighborhood that will take the gospel to. Not so much for church growth, but a witness. To tell them that Jesus Christ died for their sins and they can come to him for salvation. We give out 10,000 tracts every 3 months. Give out hundreds of magazines, testimony magazines every Sunday. Not someone like who should come to our church. No, for you to hear the gospel. Of course, they do come to our church eventually. But that's not the primary motive. Is to bear the gospel, is to share the gospel. That is what I see as success in ministry. Your people. I know what? Statistics show that 95% of Christians never preach the gospel year after year. Check from your church. 95% of people never preach the gospel year after year. If I ask it in this audience, how many of us have led someone to Christ this year? You'll be shocked. If I'm not pastor, I don't mean the one you preach on the altar and make altar call. Even a drunkard can preach emotional sermon and make altar call. Depending on what you are referring to. Don't refer that one as success yet. No. I thank God for it when people come to Christ. But the one that I thank God for is one I'm very sure this fellow know what I'm saying and has come to Christ, not emotional response. How do I use ministry? When people are learning and applying the principles and truths of the Christian faith to their lives. Yeah. When people are learning and applying the principles and truths of the Christian faith to their lives. That is success. But if all people do in your church is make noise and shout and donate and hear prophecy, it's a waste of people's time, a waste of your own time.